What happens next?
Okay.
We're gone.
You indulge your own personal passions?
Welcome to Vegas.
You gotta have a stripper pole in your house.
You don't know who might come over.
Or spread your wealth around?
It's great for the kids. Got TVs.
It should be the win of a lifetime.
I don't know what she was thinking. It was all about the money then.
But for some, it's just the icing on the cake.
You no longer work for anyone. They all work for you.
The Wisconsin Lottery dubbed this street in Fond du Lac the Miracle Mile because it sold a staggering number of winning lottery tickets with prizes worth over $368 million and counting.
That's awesome.
It starts about 6th Street and extends all the way down to Pioneer Road and actually beyond. It's a mythical mile. It's more than a mile.
The winning streak started back in 1990.
His name was Garrett. He won in April of 1990, and then in October of 1990, the Charneskis won up on 6th Street.
Then came the first really big one, a $111 million winner in 1993.
You may see one big winner maybe once in a decade, but there were 3 in 3 years.
Ground zero for luck on the Miracle Mile is Ma and Pa's.
Hi, I'm Ma.
And I'm Pa.
And we sold over $225 million in winning lottery tickets. We've had a lot of winners on the Miracle Mile, and it seems like the more winners we have, the more people want to flock to us.
When Ma and Pa, aka Pat and Jim, took over the store back in '86, it was run down. But with the help of their children, Gina and Phil, and a little lottery luck, it's now a thriving business.
Okay, thank you very much.
We actually had the big winner in '94, $6.5 million winner, and that seemed to be the start of it.
But Ma and Pa really shot to fame in 2006 when they sold a $208 million winner.
When you look at the odds of actually winning the Powerball, whether it be 140 million or 170 million to 1 to win it, there is something unique about the Miracle Mile.
And that luck doesn't seem set to run out anytime soon.
We just had a $500 winner right here, guys. Did I just tell you that? Good job. That's awesome. Yeah, I told you guys. Lucky place.
When the prize money gets over $100 million, then you get the lines out in the parking lot.
The most we sold was just under 100,000 tickets in one day.
And that's not just the locals.
So I drove about 185 miles to get here. This is a good luck charm. Hope you win.
They said it's a lucky stamp, so if it works, everybody comes here to buy lottery tickets. It's famous all over the state.
It's worth the effort to go out of your way just to come here because people win.
But when it came to the big win, it was a bunch of locals that got the $208 million prize.
Winning it like the people from Sargento Cheese was 100.
Hi, we're the Bentleys.
And we won $17.2 million playing the Oregon Lottery.
Outside Portland, Oregon, millionaire couple John and Jackie Bentley are enjoying the ride of their lives.
Winning the lottery was the greatest thing. Could I go back now? No.
I like this lifestyle much, much better.
The couple met later in life, and the money was just the icing on the cake.
Jackie's my best friend. We have a love-hate relationship. A lot of times it's hate, but the bottom line is always love. See, this is my wedding ring. I'll never take this off.
Because I literally cannot take it off.
This colorful couple might have a lot to smile about now. But before they hit it big, life wasn't always this easy.
This is where I used to work at. It's a delivery company for things such as sheetrock, anything that you need for building a building. I was working anywhere from 50 to 60 hours a week. And on the weekends, to make ends meet, I was chopping wood so I could go on a vacation. Only about every 5 seconds, I dreamed about what I would do if I won the lottery.
And to keep the dream alive, John bet a few bucks on the lottery every week.
I bought the lottery ticket on a Saturday night. It was about 6:15 and went home.
The next day, John and Jackie checked their tickets.
The girl says, well, you know somebody won the big ticket last night? Are you kidding? She goes, here, I'll give you a printout of it. So I took the ticket out, and it was the same 6 numbers that I had.
I looked at them over and over and over again and kept thinking, this can't be possible. Something's wrong. I'm looking at the numbers wrong, something.
But it was right. The Bentleys had landed a $17.2 million jackpot. They chose a lump sum, taking home $5.76 million after taxes.
And I just started crying because it's something you only dream of. You don't ever think it's going to happen, not to you anyway.
With the money safely in the bank, the new millionaires felt confident to splurge. Just a little.
We bought the truck. And we got my car.
One of the first things we bought was our camper. And we planned on doing a lot of traveling, going the RV route. But after we got it, we realized that it probably wasn't our cup of tea. Oh, I regret buying it.
One thing they don't regret buying is this Oregon hideaway outside Portland. But it wasn't quite the mansion John dreamed about before winning.
The bottom line is we found the right house.
We didn't feel we needed a mansion.
No.
We liked it because it was nice and spacious.
Beautiful, great backyard for the dog.
For this couple with no kids of their own, having a big yard meant they could grow their beloved family of furry friends. First came Steeler, the lab mix. Then cats Pooter, Shadow, Tiggy, and Gizmo.
Pretty bird.
Tweeters, the cockatiel. And the latest addition, teacup Yorkshire Terrier Paris Nicole.
Named after Paris Hilton. I like Paris Hilton.
They're all special in their own way. Just happens to be she's the new little brat. Hello, Daddy.
Welcome to our crib. I love the fireplace.
Most of the furniture that we have in here, boy, I hate to say this, but I'm the one that picked it out. This is a credenza. We don't know what it's here for, but I guess it looks good. And over here, this is an armoire.
There you go.
I don't know why it's an armoire, but it is.
The decorating budget doubled from $10,000 to $20,000. The first floor is Jackie's domain, but John prefers to hang out downstairs in his budget man cave.
Everything that was left over from the other house now belongs in this room. I still have my old record player, and I got my old cassette tape player. And then you got over here, ta-da! This is my shrine to the Pittsburgh Steelers, my favorite team since 1969. Money is not the most important thing all the time, it's what makes you happy.
For John and Jackie, that's each other. But there's one other person John would have liked to celebrate his win with, and no money in the world can bring her back.
When I came home from work, it was a late night, and that's when I found her sitting in her chair, slumped over.
How much prize money is awarded in America's lotteries every day? It's $50 million.
Hey, I'm Kevin Perry. I won $2 million in the Florida lottery.
Millionaire Kevin Perry is one of a kind. This frugal guy lives for fishing.
Some chompers right there. That's a silver mouth. You can see that in gold right there.
And rather than buy new, he believes red duct tape can fix just about anything.
NASCAR red tape. It's pretty versatile. And it's a good belt. The corrosion and salt air on these little lights just kind of mess it up, and they don't sit right. So I can take with my red duct tape, if there's a fish out here, I can take this and bend this thing out here. Whereas this corrosion, if I were to do that, it'd fall off.
When this St. Augustine resident is not fishing the warm Florida waters, you'll find him on the construction site.
My company is Perryman Stucco, and what we do is stucco, put the outside finishes on, and decoration, make it look pretty. That's our job.
Now, Kevin's never been one to worry about money. But back in 2008, business was slow, and he was struggling to keep the company going.
I was telling all my guys that everything's going to be all right, and everything will be all right. We stucco my house. We were doing things to stay busy.
Wondering how he would stay afloat, Kevin bought his weekly Mega Money lottery ticket, and Lady Luck took care of the rest.
I'd read the paper and saw that I had the 4 numbers. My mom looked up on the computer that it was around $2 grand. So I thought that was pretty good. So me and the dog went out fishing that day.
But when his mom checked the mega ball later, Kevin found out that he'd won a lot more than $2 grand. He'd hit the big one, $2 million.
When I first realized I hit, that's the first thing I thought about was getting everybody in the limousine and pick the big check up.
Kevin took the lump sum, landing $1,026,000 after taxes. With his company back on track, the next thing this frugal guy did is pay off some bills. Then he made some modest home improvements.
Got my guys on the crew to actually do the hardwood floors, bought a flat screen TV, we got a new radio for the boat. Had this lot before the lottery, but I owed some money on it, so I went ahead and paid this off so that I can wait for the economy to come back and build a spec house.
The lottery may have solved Kevin's money worries, but it couldn't save his marriage.
If our relationship was good at the time, you would think winning the lottery would make it easier, but it was all about the money then. It really didn't bring us together, it brought us more apart.
We're the Hardys, and we won $105 million in the Oklahoma lottery.
Former truckers Don and Joyce Harvey are on the road trip of their lives. Thanks to the lottery, they can travel wherever they want, whenever they want.
Oh, honey, let's get off here at exit 124, because there's something over here I want to go see.
Okay.
We plan on traveling all over this country.
But back in 2007, life wasn't so carefree for this Oklahoma couple. They were working long hours in the trucking business, Don as a driver and Joyce as a dispatcher.
47 years I was on the road, I own my own truck.
Trucking life is hard because your husband's away from home a lot. I mean, it's fun also, but it's a hard job to do.
Just for fun, wherever Don traveled, he'd pick up a lottery ticket or two. But after years of playing, the couple had little to show for their investment.
In 8 years' time, I think I won $17. And I said, you know what, I'm just throwing my money away.
We don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't do the nightlife. Might as well spend it on something.
Then, one day in 2007, when Don was at home on a pit stop, he asked Joyce to check their Powerball ticket.
So I looked in there and I saw 9, and I said, oh, I got one number, 11, hey, 2. I had 18 in the Powerball. I was like, wow, cool. I saw the 13 and the 24, and I thought, oh my goodness, I've won $200,000, our bills are paid. And about that time, my eyes hit the 43. I was going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I was just screaming all over the place. I was so excited.
8 years of playing paid off big time. The Harveys won a massive $105.8 million, the largest Powerball jackpot in Oklahoma history. They chose the lump sum, netting $33 million after taxes. Set for life, the truckers sold the big rig and retired. Then they went house hunting.
We were living in a double-wide mobile home that was about 1980. It was a fixer-upper.
But these multi-millionaires had no use for a fixer-upper anymore.
I'd taken a D6 dozer, I went right through the middle of it.
You'll find the double-wide buried 6 feet under their new property, a 47-acre ranch in eastern Oklahoma.
We have kind of like a little mini farm here.
Tango! Want some of this? Come on, guys.
But it was the interior that really sold them.
We walked in and we saw this beautiful stairwell, and the wood in here was just all around, and it just took our breath away.
Joyce decorated in a style close to her heart. She's a member of the Cherokee Nation.
I have a passion for collecting dolls, so I collect Native American dolls. I won't go crazy, but if it's reasonable, I will buy it.
And to find out where Don's passion lies, just look in the garage.
This is a 74 Rolls Royce. I've wanted a Rolls Royce for years and could never afford one. It's got a huge V8 engine in it. It drives and handles like a dream.
But the couple have another dream, and it's taking shape just a few hundred feet away from their current home. And they're building it just because they can.
Joyce had always wanted a log cabin. When we won the lottery, then she could realize her dream.
At 7,000 square feet, the log cabin makes the ranch house look like a starter home.
So then I went out and got the larger equipment. I started digging a basement for her log cabin.
This is where Don is in his element. When he's outside here doing stuff around here, being able to play with his toys and stuff, this is where he comes alive.
Don isn't building a log cabin on his own, but he did buy most of the equipment to get the job done. And some.
This is one of my pride and joys. We had to have something to smoothen out the rock. Right here, I had to have something to mow along my driveway.
Don spent nearly $100 grand on equipment and all.
Eventually there's going to be a pool, an indoor swimming pool in here. We're going to be off-grid. We're going to have solar and wind power, geothermal heating. It might go over, but we're hoping that we stay within our $1 million budget.
This over here, that's going to be the great room or living area. And right up overhead here, that's going to be an office and library.
That's his man's room.
That's my man's room.
We're also going to be putting a waterfall feature across there, so we have the waterfall flowing into the lake.
And what will become of the ranch house?
Eventually, be for the caretaker, because we're going to be traveling a substantial amount.
It's going to be beautiful. I can't wait.
A $105 million windfall has afforded the Harveys the good things in life, but it has also brought up unexpected issues.
With the lottery win, you have to, kind of think about your health and everything, because you really want to be around long enough to spend the money.
And for Joyce, it became a matter of life and death.
I'll admit, I was pushing 400 pounds.
Hi, we're Ma and Pa. Welcome to the Miracle Mile.
They call it the Miracle Mile, a lucky road in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin.
We're coming up here, the start of the Miracle Mile on the left here. One of the first winners, about $21 million. Looks like your old typical city, but something strange about it with all these winners.
Phil Moses manages Ma and Pa's. It's the most famous store on the mile. They sold a record-breaking lottery ticket back in 2006.
I just couldn't believe it in Little Fond du Lac. We won the ticket.
The actual winners were a group of 100 local cheese factory workers.
Every time the lottery got over $100 million, then we would all put in $1.
That fateful night on August 5th, 2006, Sherry and her 99 co-workers hit it big.
And I looked at my husband, I'm like, oh my God, and I started shaking.
Also in the lucky group was then 19-year-old Jake Lapine.
A million things go through your head. Well, how much is it going to be exactly, and what am I going to do with it?
They called them the 100 Miracles, each one taking home around $660,000 after taxes.
After we won, we had a party on Main Street in front of Mom and Pa's, and they did their little TV thing, and it was a lot of fun.
Since the big win, more than a third of the employees quit the cheese business, including Sherry and Jake. And when it came to making a career move, hometown boy Jake didn't stray far from his roots.
This is Dutch's Trading Post. I was able to purchase this store about 4 months after being one of the Lucky Sargento lottery winners. This is basically a sporting goods store. We have everything here for the outdoors. Growing up, my dad brought me into hunting, fishing, the outdoors, and I've had a passion for it my whole life.
Jake plans to make a few upgrades to the shop.
This is the archery range I had here. We're gonna give the range a facelift and hope to add a few features such as video archery. This is their Ultimax 32. I absolutely love it. I love dealing with the people, and I have a passion for everything I sell.
But all work and no play makes Jake a dull boy.
I bought a 20-foot Ranger walleye fishing boat, and I don't regret a second of it. I love it, and I love fishing, so I could justify spending a little bit of the money for fun.
Thanks to the win, Jake's former co-worker Sherry was able to spoil herself too.
This was one of the things I bought with my winnings. It's a 2008 Chrysler minivan. It's fully loaded. It's great for the kids, get TVs, so they're quiet when you go on those long trips.
Sherry's other splurge is just for her.
My ring was about $5 grand, it's about a 3/4 carat, and I wanted it.
But the win bought Sherry something far more valuable than material possessions.
I used to work in the back area over there. I was the process technician, which is a fancy name for an operator of a machine.
Sherry had the afternoon shift and only saw her kids once a day before they left for school.
I would come in, about 1:30 and I'd leave about 10 o'clock, sometimes a little later. See him for like an hour in the morning and then I wouldn't see him again until the next morning.
The win meant Sherry never had to work again, but she's a people person and missed the daily camaraderie. So guess where she ended up finding a part-time job?
I love working at Mod Pod's. It's not really work. It's more of a kind of a fun atmosphere.
It's just always got a smile on her face and happy and bubbly.
Sometimes you'll have a customer that comes in and they'll, can you rub the ticket for me? I've been asked to kiss the ticket.
Mod Pod's might have its very own good luck charm, but there's a rivalry brewing in Fond du Lac, and the locals are starting to hedge their bets.
I can help you. Mod Pod's might have an edge over Powerball, but we have an edge over Badger 5.
I won $36,000, $31,000.
Hi, we're the Bentleys. We won $17.2 million playing the Oregon lottery.
Oregon couple John and Jackie Bentley had worked hard all their lives. John at a construction supplier and Jackie at a claims company. So when they hit it big back in 2004, they kissed their jobs goodbye.
Instead of calling in sick, I told him I was calling in rich.
The Bentleys moved into a spacious new pad outside Portland. But John couldn't bring himself to sell their previous home, which had originally belonged to his mother.
When my mom was alive, her chair sat right here. TV was on a console that I still have to this day.
John and his mom were especially close. When she got ill, he moved in to care for her.
This is my mom's room. Or was my mom's room. It was the master bedroom. And when I stayed the nights, I stayed in this spare bedroom. So I was close enough to, if anything happened. When I came home from work, it was a late night, and that's when I found her sitting in her chair slumped over.
John's mom had suffered a stroke and ended her days in a nursing home.
Your mom, we only have one. You know? And I say, even right now to this day, I still think about her. You know? I don't well up as much as I used to. But it does bother me that she's not here to share in something that was this spectacular.
The couple gave the house to Jackie's parents, and John finds comfort knowing it's in good hands.
Sentimental value means a lot to me. With them moving in, it also just makes things easier to be sentimental, because when I come over, it's still Mom's house.
John will never forget his past, but with money in the bank, it's time to live a little. And where better than in the ultimate party town?
Welcome to Vegas! Yeah!
How much do Americans spend on lottery tickets each year? It's $57 billion. That's $500 per household. About 9 times as much as Americans spend on movie tickets each year.
Hey, I'm Kevin Perry. I won $2 million in the Florida lottery. Now we're entering St. Augustine, the Intercoastal Waterway, right through the inlet. That's the main inlet right there.
St. Augustine resident Kevin Perry is not your average millionaire. When he has guests over, he prefers to catch dinner rather than buying or catering it.
My mother's a banker and my sisters are a banker, so I always understood to put some away for a rainy day.
The lottery money paid off Kevin's debts and saved his construction business. But there's one thing money couldn't solve. Kevin had separated from his wife just weeks before the win.
And you would think winning the lottery would make it easier. We think we'd go on a cruise or think it would be better, but it really didn't bring us together. It brought us more apart. I don't know what she was thinking. It was all about the money then.
After 8 years of marriage, the couple divorced. Kevin kept his cash, but was left with a broken heart.
I had a good attorney, and she just gave me some great advice of just how to get on with my life and keep your head up in order to see anything new.
He took his attorney's advice and sure enough, struck it lucky again.
Me and Jackson Brown and my dog would walk the beach, and we came across Nedra. I didn't know her at the time, and she was collecting my conch shells. So we noticed each other's conch shells first, we noticed each other, and then we started talking.
I
guess it was fate that I met Kevin on the beach. It's just kind of our little story. And when I saw him, he's got such a smile and he is always laughing and we both enjoy the same things.
And that includes being thrifty.
We'll go out for all day, not spend a dime other than for bait if we can't catch any, but and just have the time of our life.
1 year later, and Kevin and Nedra are inseparable. And this weekend is no exception. The couple is hosting one of Kevin's famous seafood barbecues.
Family and friends will be over.
All the couple needs to do now is catch an up dinner for 20 plus guests.
We'll set these traps down and we'll run them tomorrow for the party. Hey, look at that big daddy. Great guy with the blue there. That's nice.
With the ocean's bounty on board, it's time to get cooking.
What we're doing is putting some fresh onion, fresh lemon, and garlic, and a little bit of butter, and let them soak for about an hour in that pot.
To friends and family, the wind hasn't changed Kevin a bit. He's still the most frugal guy you could ever meet.
He got the same boat, same truck. Both of them were fairly old pieces of clunkers, but he hadn't spent money on anything. He's just not used to buying things. He's used to making do with what he had. And that's what makes him him.
And making do means this millionaire even does the rounds to recycle unwanted neighborhood junk.
Kevin will dig stuff out of the trash. I mean, it was kind of funny because I have a rule with the family, if you're throwing anything away, it's got to cross the bridge, because otherwise it will end up in the garage, you know.
Some of it he picks up, some of it he acquires, and he gives a lot of it to people that need it. I mean, he does help a lot of people.
Because it's people, not money, that matter to this millionaire. And at the top of that list is his family.
Family means just about everything. I see my family just about every day.
There you go.
You always come over to Kevin's. Kevin has the best party atmosphere.
Figure out later.
He's always cooking the oysters and the crabs, and it's laid back. Good to have family together.
I'm the chowder, Jim. Not slowly.
Money or no money, this millionaire has always been rich in life, and that's exactly the way he intends to keep it.
Everybody understands it takes money to survive, but it's the putting money over love and family and everything else is what destroys people.
We're the Harveys, and we won $105 million in the Oklahoma lottery.
When truckers Don and Joyce Harvey nabbed $105.8 million in June 2007, news of the win swept through their small town as fast as an Oklahoma tornado.
I would say we're a celebrity, local celebrity. I don't. I'm still just me.
The money has had a huge impact on both their lives, but the biggest change has been for Joyce. For years, she had struggled with high blood pressure and diabetes brought on by obesity.
When we won, I was quite large. I'll admit, I was pushing 400 pounds. I could walk just limited amounts of time.
With Don on the road up to 4 weeks at a time, Joyce worried about money, turning to food for comfort.
People that are heavy don't choose to be that way. It's just the pressures of life and just problems they have.
Her financial worries behind her, and with 47 acres at her fingertips, Joyce could now focus on her health.
All my animals and things to do around here that I get up sometimes and just take a walk around, and it's helped me quite a lot with my weight loss.
And Joyce has one more big incentive to lose weight.
When I lose 20 pounds, he would buy me a ring for every 20 pounds. So I've got my first 20 pounds, my second 20 pounds, third 20 pounds, and my fourth 20 pounds. I've lost over 100 pounds, so I'm doing pretty good.
Joyce's health problems inspired the couple to start the DJH Foundation to fight children's diseases, particularly among Native Americans.
We decided we would fund a mobile unit to go to the areas that can't come in to the regular clinics to screen for juvenile diabetes.
The foundation is Joyce's special project, while Don's is hitting the road.
I have traveling fever. I stay in one place just so long and I've got to get up and go.
Going back to work wasn't an option, so Don traded his 18-wheeler for a 45-foot luxury motor coach, picked out by Joyce.
She said she liked it. What Mama likes, Mama gets.
This is a convection and a microwave, which is really cool. But I do have my full refrigerator in here, which is wonderful, I believe. And my favorite of all things in this coach is I do have a washer and dryer. I can do laundry.
Everything on this thing is a touch of the button. This is how wide it is when we're driving. We open them up. This almost triples the living space. We have about $500,000 invested in this motor coach.
All Don has to do now is say the magic words.
Road trip.
And we're gone.
We won $1 million in the Wisconsin lottery.
There's no logical explanation why the small town of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin sells so many winning lottery tickets. It just does.
It just defies belief to have this many multi-million-dollar winners.
208 million, 111 million, 21 million, all on a stretch known as the Miracle Mile. The luckiest store on the street is Ma and Pa's. But now there's a rival, Hanson's BP.
Ma and Pa's might have an edge over Powerball, but we have an edge over Badger 5. So when they win, they get not also do they get the money, but they also get a free hug.
Okay, Julie.
Badger 5's a daily lottery game played only in Wisconsin. And many of the winners hail from Hanson's.
I won $36,000.
$31,000.
$28,666.60.
But when it came to the $1 million holiday raffle in 2008, nobody had the edge. So the staff from Friar Tuck Restaurant pulled $180 and hedged their bets.
Came down to Ma and Pa's to get 9 tickets.
Hi, how you doing today?
Good. Then I ran down to Julie Hanson and bought 9 tickets from her station. And we put them in an envelope and we put them in the safe at Friar's.
I was up at 5:30 watching the news and saw Mom and Pa had the winning ticket.
So I open up the safe and all of a sudden I'm just shaking. I'm like, I'm holding $1 million in my hand. Now what? What do I do now?
The winners split the $1 million prize 18 ways, each taking home around $39,000 after taxes. Ma and Pa had the luck this time, and they made sure to celebrate.
We did throw a party for them.
They made t-shirts for us. We were bussed in with the escort service. It was like 18 people and their families are happy instead of just one.
$39,000 might not seem like a big win, but when money's tight at Christmas time, it can make a huge difference.
My well pump went out that winter. My water softener went out that year.
I have a daughter going to college, so we have money set aside for that.
I took my entire family. There was 19 of us. We went to the Wisconsin Dells.
My son actually has a lot of medical problems, so it kind of helped me out.
Their windfall might not be enough to retire on, but it's a day the team will never forget.
Here at Friar's, we're very close as it is, and this just made us a lot closer.
And that's the remarkable thing about this small town. The money has mostly brought good fortune.
We're the Harveys, and we won $105 million in the Oklahoma lottery.
Since their sudden win 2 years ago, Oklahoma truckers Don and Joyce Harvey have swapped their 18-wheeler for a $500,000 motor coach. And they're loving every minute of it.
Eastbound, how's this westbound looking?
When you get into trucking, it's in your blood. It's the traveling. If you stay home, you get bored. We've just been traveling around the country and enjoying the sights and stopping where we want to stop and just, as we call it, the freedom of the road.
So far, the couple has logged nearly 40,000 miles, been to 27 states, and stopped in dozens of national parks.
Crazy Horse Monument. Oh my gosh. Old Faithful. Just awesome. We did some panning up at Wisconsin Dells.
And when you've got a motor coach like this, there's no need for a hotel.
We say about maybe 95% of the time in campgrounds.
So where to next for these trucker millionaires?
Hun, what in the United States would you still want to see?
Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon, yes, that's excellent.
But wherever they go, Joyce can now enjoy traveling in the way she's always dreamed of.
I was able to go to all these places and actually walk around them, where I wouldn't have been able to before.
Hi, we're the Bentleys. We won $17.2 million playing the Oregon Lottery.
After a $17.2 million windfall in 2006, Oregon couple John and Jackie Bentley have been attached to the hip. They share everything, even his and hers pampering.
When I actually did it the first time, it's kind of like hooked. It's one of the perks of winning a lottery.
We do facials here too.
You just had to say that, didn't you?
Since their win, John and Jackie bought a new house for themselves and their 7 furry friends. But they always wanted a second home to escape the rainy Oregon winters. They've found the perfect sunny spot.
Welcome to Vegas! Yeah! It's a different life and a different lifestyle. Number one, it's warmer weather. You can actually get tan down there. In Oregon, you usually get rust.
We like to go to concerts, and the best concerts, I feel, are in Vegas. We just really like the nightlife. We absolutely love it.
So when it came to a second home, it had to be the perfect house for entertaining.
This is our Las Vegas house. We just moved into the house, and that's why there's nothing in it now. The walls will be done with pictures like Frank Sinatra and Marilyn Monroe, so it looks exactly like, almost like a bar or a guest house. I want to get a slot machine.
The Bentleys made one other notable purchase since moving in.
Vegas is about having fun, so you gotta have a stripper pole in your house.
You don't know who might come over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Vegas. Anything goes in Vegas.
John and Jackie looked at 50 homes before deciding on this one.
Our number one selling thing was the pool. When we bought our first house, everybody says, well, you can afford a lot nicer house than that. But instead of having one nice house, now we have 2 beautiful homes that are ours.
So now that they have the perfect pad, they just have to find some like-minded friends to enjoy it with.
Grab some people and bring them over and have a party.
This couple can always make their own fun. Because life is one big party for these millionaires. And they're making sure the good times are going to last.
There's been too many sad stories out there about people losing what they've had, and I'm definitely determined not to be one of them.
Which has a better chance of winning Powerball, computer picks or player picks? About 75% of winners are computer picks.
Welcome to the Miracle Mile.
The Miracle Mile in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin has probably sold more winning lottery tickets than anywhere else in the country.
Where else can you dream for $1 that you could be a millionaire?
But it's not just the locals who pocket the big prizes. Lottery vendors like Ma and Pa get their slice of cash too.
We sell over 1 million tickets a year, and we make 6%. We're the top selling lottery vendor in the state.
And every time there's a winner, Ma and Pa get 2% of the prize, up to $100,000. So big wins like $208 million are a nice little bonus.
We bought these 4 pumps at that time for $66,000.
Put in a beer cave.
We treated our employees a boat ride on the lake, and then we gave all our employees a bonus with what was left over.
The lottery has brought Ma and Pa's business plenty of luck, but have they sold themselves a winning ticket yet?
No, but our son has.
I won $138,000 with another coworker of mine. Paid off some bills, and I actually put a little bit more down on my house.
One thing is for sure, the Miracle Mile has made some locals wealthy beyond their wildest dreams.
But yeah, I think there's a little horseshoe somewhere there.
For now, the crowds continue to come. Let's hope the luck never runs out.
I think the luck is in the place and it's not going to stop.
The Bentleys are making sure their money never runs out either.
No, we don't look at this stuff. The thing is, you better take care of it, because it's going to have to last you the rest of your life.
By living on a budget, this millionaire couple knows the good times are here to stay.
And there's been too many sad stories out there about people losing what they've had, and I'm definitely determined not to be one of them.
Fisherman Kevin Perry is in no danger of losing his fortune either. After all, he's already got everything he wants in life.
our common interest and our goals are on the same wavelength. We like doing the same thing, we have the same passions, and it's simple.
We just have so much fun with nothing. I love it. It's just awesome.
That's the beauty of winning the lottery. You never know where the road will take you.
I want to get 100 pounds more off, and I want to eventually be able to wear a bathing suit.
It only takes a split second for a ball to drop or a number to come up. But if it's your number, one thing's for sure, winning the lottery will change your life forever.
Hope to see you on the road.
Bye!